Welcome back to AM Northwest. They've written the book on mixing masterful cocktails. Here to share what just might be the perfect drinks for spring, we welcome back Brett Adams and Jacob Grier, authors of Raising the Bar. Good to have you guys back again.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
You bet. Nothing like drinking at 9 in the morning. I like it. So tell me about the idea behind these two drinks.
So we wanted to come up with a couple cocktails for this sort of transitionary Portland spring where you never know what
kind
to
of weather?
expect every day. Yeah, so we've got one for you that's pretty citrus forward, and the other one's a little more spirit forward, both kind of light and springy. Both have floral names, coincidentally.
Yeah.
We're going to start off with one called a Jasmine. This will be our shaken citrusy cocktail. This is a gin-based drink. So this is actually gin made just a couple blocks away from you, the Aimshire Distillery.
Oh, really?
Right here in Portland, yeah.
It seems like the people are really into gin these days and different flavors of gin.
And that's part of the fun of it. There's so many different gins that you can buy now that have different flavor profiles. And this one's good and springy. It's got a little fruit. So you can give that a...
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's very nice.
A little raspberry, a little peach.
Yeah.
Perfect. So it's 1.5 ounces of the gin.
Okay.
Then we're going to do
I do think of gin as the summer kind of cocktail,
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
Summer, spring cocktail. Yeah.
Some fresh lemon juice.
Okay.
So 3/4 ounces of the fresh lemon.
Oh, right in there.
Oh,
Good job.
Get a little bit more.
Yeah, it is critical that you juice fresh. So if you were to make this cocktail and buy already juiced lemon juice, it wouldn't taste nearly
It wouldn't
as
taste
good.
the same.
Lemon juice lasts about 24 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if
And
you're
would
throwing
you-
a party, you can juice a bunch, right before the party.
Right, right.
Yeah.
And would you say that it's important to have to have gin on your, your table, your home
It's
bar?
chapter 2 in our book.
Yeah.
So in our book, we guide you through all the bottles you want to buy for your home bar in order, and it's chapter 2. It is an essential ingredient in a lot of cocktails.
Yeah, one of the first bottles we recommend.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And speaking of chapter 4 is orange liqueur. So this is Cointreau. It's one of the classic dry orange liqueurs. So we've got our base spirit and we've got our citrus. Now we're going to balance things out a little bit, some sweetness.
Okay.
So just 1/4 ounce of this, not a whole lot. And then finally, Campari, which is a quite bitter on its own. It's an Italian bitter aperitif.
Oh, it is bitter. For some reason, I think of it as being sweet. But
Well, it's bitter
not.
and sweet. So this provides bitterness, and it can be quite strong in cocktails. But here we're just again using 1/4 ounce, so it's quite bitter on its own. But when you mix it in a small accent, it makes the final drink a lot more fun.
Gotcha.
The Jasmine is the perfect cocktail for getting acquainted with Campari and not being scared of how bitter it is.
Yeah, and this is from a bartender named Paul Harrington. In California, who was one of the guys who really ushered in the classic modern cocktail age. So it's one we like to feature. So yeah, we've
putting
got
in ice now.
our 4 ingredients.
Okay.
That's a milk frother with ice. That's essential.
Right. And we're gonna do our shake. We just want to get that a nice tight seal.
Yeah. Looking good.
And then this is the part that trips people up sometimes, but you've got to separate your shakers.
Yeah.
Hopefully, good, that worked. Would have been really embarrassing if I didn't do this on TV. And now we're just going to give that a double strain to take out any ice chips. And look at that. You get that
how
great
pretty.
color
That's perfect spring.
from the Campari there.
That's perfect spring. Oh, my goodness. I love it. I've got to try. I've got to have a taste.
That's our jasmine
thank you.
cocktail.
Oh, yeah. That's good. That's very good. Love it. All right, Brett, you're up.
On to number 2. So we're going to drink a chrysanthemum here. This is an old cocktail, originally appearing in 1917 in a book called How to Mix Drinks by Hugo Ensslin. It's a really important cocktail book because it came out right before Prohibition. So it was a fun snapshot of what people were drinking right before everything shut down.
Oh, yeah.
This cocktail is great because it is full of flavor, but actually pretty low in alcohol. So it focuses on dry vermouth as the main ingredient. So we have 2 ounces of dry vermouth. It is worth noting that dry vermouth is made from wine. So if you like white wine, there's a really good chance you're going to like dry vermouth.
I had no idea.
It is just add kind of like gin, where you take an ingredient and you add botanicals to it. They just use wine instead of a spirit.
Yeah.
So there's botanicals in that wine. You should store it in your fridge as a result. It'll last a whole lot longer in your fridge than on the counter. And then we're adding a 1/2 ounce of Benedictine, which is a botanical and honey liqueur from France. It's really delicious. And then just a little bit of a bar spoon of absinthe. So this is what's going to take that cocktail from,
absinthe.
so an intensely flavored ingredient and it's going to take that cocktail from light to a little more assertive in flavor.
Assertive in flavor.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So there's a lot of botanicals in here from the dry vermouth and the absinthe and the Benedictine. So there's a lot going on, even though none of these ingredients, except for the absinthe, are high in alcohol. So for the most part, you're drinking a pretty low in alcohol cocktail.
Wow.
So perfect for a sunny spring afternoon.
Oh, sure.
You know, right before dinner or something. This would be great.
Yeah, and it's unusual to have a vermouth-based cocktail where that's the main ingredient, but really underrated. Like these can be really fun, complex drinks.
It's fun to see what they did back in the day.
Oh, absolutely.
You know?
And vermouth is also extremely diverse. So if you try one vermouth and you don't like it, it just means you don't like that vermouth.
Okay.
There's a ton more you can try that are going to be different.
And
And then we express an orange peel over the top, and then you can discard that, and then that is a chrysanthemum.
Oh my goodness. I wish you guys were drinking with me. Oh, wow.
A lot going on, right?
Yeah.
That's really good. Yeah, and there's a lot going on. Absolutely. That's wonderful. So we're going to tell everyone that we can find the recipes in the book, right?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Put that there. Raising the bar. Thank you both so much.
Always a pleasure to be here.
All right, we'll be right back with more AM Northwest. Don't go away.